Hey guys, welcome back to Pretentious Pundits, a podcast where we discuss all things football and pretend to know what we're talking about. As you can see, I'm joined by the lads Hari, Fawaz, Yasir, and we're also joined by Shashik for this episode. Say hi, guys.
Hi guys.
So we've already
Hi
uploaded part one
guys.
of our preview on Instagram, and the video will be going up on YouTube as well, and probably on the streaming platforms. This is part two, and this episode we're only going to be discussing one particular fixture that is coming up in game week 2, and that is Liverpool versus Chelsea. This is going to be fixture of the game week according to us, and we're here to discuss it in a little more detail than the other fixtures. So, anyways, guys, never mind. Hari disappeared.
I'm the neutral fan over here.
Yeah, you're the only neutral fan here. So, for those of you who don't know, the blob down there representing his colors, Chelsea, is Yasser, Chelsea fan. All three of
Yeah.
us, me, yes, Shashik, and Hari, are Liverpool fans, even though I'm not wearing the right colors. Anyways,
Please join us, buddy.
stop it. The first thing I would like to talk about straight off the bat is that we signed Thiago. Come on, boys,
Yes, let's go.
let's go. And regardless, he's not going to be playing in the match. We're just happy
Yeah.
at this point. So, anyways, speaking of
But
the match,
what a deal.
yeah,
What
agreed,
It's a
deal.
really good 25 million is such a bargain for them.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think we wouldn't even have to pay 5 million if we probably perform horribly in this season. We would just get away with paying 20, because the other 5 are add-ons.
Yeah. But what a season
I
Thiago
was
had.
pessimistic,
last time.
bro.
I'm just saying, bro, money,
Yeah.
saving money.
I mean, he's been so consistent for the past 7 years for
Yeah.
Bayern.
Yeah,
So
agreed.
yeah.
So, anyways,
really
I'm
good
expecting
yeah.
big things.
Speaking of the fixture, we are really excited for this one. As you know, Liverpool pulled the double over Chelsea last season, and we're hoping to start this off on a relatively better form. Both Chelsea and Liverpool have won their opening day fixtures, and Chelsea more comfortably so than Liverpool. Uh, Liverpool have had defensive woes in the back. I mean, we've clearly seen that Van Dijk has completely lost the plot since restart, but there's still hope. Alexander Arnold is one player I want to talk about in particular because his form against Chelsea last season has been phenomenal, scoring in both the games. Not an easy task for somebody who's so relatively young, and he's a fullback, mind you. So getting onto the score sheet is something huge. Speaking of which, I would like to ask Shashik at this point, what, in your opinion, would be a perfect formation to face off against Chelsea? Should we stick to the 4-3-3 that we've been using, or should we change it up a little bit?
I mean, I felt that Klopp should change his tactics since the start of the season. I mean, he's gone with the same thing for the past 4 years, maybe now.
Yeah,
And it's been too repetitive. And I guess clubs are figuring out the way that Liverpool are, I mean, everything, the press, the gegen pressing,
Yeah.
everything. Clubs are figuring it out. And I think it is time for Klopp to change his tactics a bit. We have players who can play in multiple positions as well.
yeah,
So, I mean, it won't harm to, look around and look at different positions. But I think because we're playing Chelsea and it's a really big game, he should stick to what works. So I think he should stick to 4-3-3. But yeah, sometime in the future, he should look at something different.
fair enough. And when Shashik says that we have a few players who can play in different positions, Hari, do you think Liverpool fullbacks are particularly one of those, positions that Liverpool could look into changing in their formation? Say, for example, since Arnold and Robertson are so good going front, should we change to a formation that supports 5 at the back, and we could have a back three of, say, Matip, Gomez, and Van Dijk? If so, whom would you kick out from the midfield? And do you think the formation will work in the first place?
Yeah, so Sirish, in my opinion, they should stick to 4 in the back. No need to change to 5 because 4 has been working brilliantly. And, changing to 5 would be just like I don't feel it will be good for the defense. I feel like that. No
I
need
mean,
to change.
considering that our defense is leaky already, like
No,
we
they might be
considered
just out of the form. You never know when they'll get the form back.
fair.
Since it's pandemic and all, many players have lost their old form. So I guess like once they get to their form, the 4 is the best, rather than changing to 5. I feel like that.
Fair enough. Do you reckon Klopp should still stick to his 4-3-3 holding formation that he's using? Or maybe try 4-3-3 but use a different variation, say like 4-3-3 attack?
No,
I mean,
I feel it's okay.
I strongly feel that it should be 4-3-3 attack, but that's fine.
But who's going to play as the attacking mid?
So I thought Firmino could be made the cam because he actually plays like a cam anyways. Even if they play 4-3-3 defense and he plays as the striker, he still drops back and plays like a false nine. So might as well get a striker. I mean, not immediately, but then might as well get a striker and play a proper striker and Firmino as cam. I feel like the game would go way better.
Do you reckon you could then use Origi as a target man in between?
I mean, yeah, because Origi's finishing is very clinical compared to a lot of players in the club. So if Firmino does play cam, I think Origi can play as the solo striker.
The only problem with 4-3-3 attack being that losing out on that defensive midfielder completely eliminates our fullbacks from the attacking point of view, because now the fullbacks won't be going front anymore, and the entire burden of creating chances falls to just Salah and Mane. So that, in my opinion, that's the main reason why I feel like Hari is right when he says that we should stick to 4-3-3 defense. Maybe just shuffle a few players around here and there. Try different midfield combinations. Like, we have so much depth, so they could try changing, the midfield. Say, for example, when you're playing Fabinho, no need to play Henderson along with him. And since Thiago might come in now, you could play Thiago and Keita, or Thiago and Wijnaldum, or Thiago and Oxlade-Chamberlain. And Henderson could become the backup. But I feel like Henderson is the captain, and there's no way Klopp is looking to cut his game time. Yeah, I don't think Klopp is going to cut his game time. So anyways, moving on from which, as you all know, Yasser is a Chelsea fan, so I would really like to know what his thoughts are on the upcoming fixture.
So Chelsea, I think we are really short-staffed on our new signings because Thiago Silva is not fit to play. I think Ben Chilwell is not fit to play. Ziyech picked up an injury against Brighton, not in the Premier League game, in the friendly that we played earlier. And also, I think Pulisic is out of the game as well. So I think he performed really well last season at Anfield. So I think we are going to play a very similar team to what we played against Brighton the first game. And it obviously is a lesser team than what we have as a squad as a whole. So I think Chelsea should just focus on, just trying to go for the win and not really sit back and defend. And because Liverpool, I think their attack is really good, and our defensive woes have been apparent. And even against Brighton, it was the same because Kepa, from outside the box, you shoot and it goes in. You just pressurize them and it goes in. So I just hope that we get to see a good game from Chelsea.
Fair, but in terms of breaking down Liverpool's defense, do you think you are facing a much, much tougher defense to break in terms of, as you faced Brighton last week and you're facing Liverpool this week? That's a massive upgrade in the entire team and defense in particular. So how difficult do you think it's going to be for your team to break down the defense of Liverpool?
Yeah, I think it's going to be it's levels apart really, because I think Liverpool and Brighton, you can't really compare the two teams. I think Brighton were really fit, but then Liverpool have that quality in them. I think it's going to be really tough to play against Liverpool because the pressing and I think Chelsea are not fit enough to play the type of intensity this game is going to be, because I don't think we have had enough preseason game time. We haven't had a lot of training as well, so it's going to be really tough game for Chelsea. But if we get a result or even a draw, I think I'll be really happy with that.
Fair enough. And looking at the game from a neutral perspective, we have Fawaz, who's a Man United fan, and I would just like to know his thoughts. Like, what are you expecting from the Liverpool versus Chelsea fixture?
I mean, I was expecting a lot when Liverpool signed new players like Ziyech and
Liverpool.
The defense also got
Chelsea.
Chelsea signed new players.
Brain fart.
Sorry, 12. It's 12 in the night, so I got confused. Anyways, but then because of the injuries, I think Liverpool have the upper hand over here. That's what I feel, because Liverpool's team is like, most of them are fit, and even if someone is injured, there's someone else to cover for them. and players like Nabi Keita and others, players like Milner. There's players like Shaqiri, Origi, so who can come and make a difference. Chelsea also, on the other hand, they have Timo Werner who played really well last game, and Havertz, he needs to settle. He needs more time. But yeah, according to me, I think Liverpool might just edge out Chelsea. If Chelsea can just hold their defense together, and if Kepa will, if Kepa will be in form, then I think
Hopefully.
hopefully, I
Hopefully
think
not.
The only reason why I don't see Liverpool edging out Chelsea is, I mean, I am a Liverpool fan, but I still don't see it, is because if you compare the last two Premier League games that Liverpool have had, they have conceded a combined 6 to 7 goals, if I'm not wrong. They played Chelsea. I mean, they played Chelsea in the second last game of the season,
Yeah.
where they conceded 3 or 4 goals, and
Three
now they
goals.
conceded 3 against Leeds. So if you see in the last 3 Premier League matches, they've already conceded. I mean, they've conceded 6 goals. So the defense is not looking good. But if there has to come an improvement, it should be against Chelsea. That is what the real.
and Klopp is like one of the best motivators. So I don't know, it's a big game for him. So he has to win this if he's
Yeah.
to defend his title.
Fingers crossed. And I would really quickly like to ask Hari what he thinks Liverpool's formation is going to be for this game.
I think the same 4-3-3. No gonna change. I think instead of Joe Gomez, Matip will come. I feel that's it. I think it's not gonna change. It's gonna stay the same because I think like they're literally facing the same old Chelsea with the two new players like Havertz and Timo Werner. So it's gonna be easy for them. I feel. I think like it's gonna be for no same formation 4-3-3.
This might be considered an unpopular opinion, but I feel like Joe Gomez performed much better than Van Dijk against Leeds. Even though Van Dijk
Yeah.
got the goal, I feel like Van Dijk owes his goal to the Leeds keeper because the error was made by him, and the goal could have been easily avoided by Leeds. But we're glad, we'll take it and we'll move on. But I feel like Joe Gomez showed immense, confidence when he chipped the ball over the
Yeah.
player and dribbled it past and then passed it into the
But
forwards.
like if but Van Dijk knows how to manage the defense. Like he is the kind of the guy who you can rely on for the defense management. So I feel it's
But I still
not nice
feel,
replacing him.
Yeah, but I still feel Klopp will pick Gomez, just
Yeah.
considering the fact that Chelsea will let out Timo Werner, and just for the pace reasons
Yeah.
to match his pace, because Matip is slower compared to Gomez. So just
Yeah.
to have the slightly pacey center-
Liverpool actually have to thank God that Pulisic is injured and
Yeah.
Ziyech is injured.
Yeah, truly.
If leave Ziyech, if Pulisic was there, you guys would have a lot of trouble on the left flank because Tah doesn't recover. He doesn't fall back. So I am just that's why I told that Liverpool might edge out Chelsea over here in this fixture.
They actually might. And speaking about formations, Yasir, do you reckon Chelsea is going to stick to the same formation they did against Brighton?
Yes, I think they'll do the same thing. I think it'll be more of a 4-3-3. I think because I think Havertz might start on the right again because I don't see him playing in a midfield three against Liverpool. Because I think Liverpool's midfield I think they press really high, and you have to play a flat three midfielders because otherwise you get overloaded in midfield if Havertz comes forward, and I think Liverpool can overload in the midfield with three players. So yeah, I think Chelsea is going to play a 4-3-3. Kovacic is back, so that's a positive because he was
Yes.
he was suspended because of the FA Cup final. He got suspended in the FA Cup final, so he had 1 game suspension. So he'll be back for this game, and hopefully he starts and makes a difference for us.
And guys, speaking of which, we've come to the last segment of this episode, and I would just like to quickly gather everybody's predictions on the scoreline, starting with Fawaz.
I am going for a 3-2. 3-2 Liverpool.
All right. That would be an amazing game to watch if the scoreline does end that way. Hari, what
Yeah.
about you? What are your score predictions for the game?
My take is 1-0 for Liverpool. It's gonna be easy for us, I guess.
All right.
Just two new additions.
And what about you, Yasir?
I'm being an optimistic Chelsea fan here, so I'm going to go 2-1 to Chelsea.
Fair enough. And finally, Shashik, what do you think is going to be the scoreline?
I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw between Chelsea and Liverpool.
I hope not. I certainly hope not.
Yes, but the match would be really.
What do you think, Trish?
Oh shit! I completely forgot about myself.
Yeah. How do you think the match will end?
2-0 Liverpool, just like last season Stamford Bridge leg. 2-0
Yeah, but
Liverpool.
last
It's
season
very
Van Dijk
optimistic.
and
We were lucky last
Gomez
season.
were-
We were very
No?
lucky last season.
Yeah.
Good
I think
form.
it was two. It wasn't a 2-1. Kante
It
scored.
was 2-1.
Oh yeah, my
Kante
bad. Sorry,
scored.
2-1. Yeah, Kante scored.
Yeah.
Love that goal by the
Brilliant
way.
goal.
Just dribbled back through the entire midfield and defense, and just
Yeah.
slots it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like 2-0. Even though we've been leaky in defense, I'm ready to give Van Dijk and Gomez one chance.
Gomez, yeah.
If you want to pick up form, guys, this is where you do it. This game.
Yeah. This
All
is-
right,
Yes,
guys.
exactly.
And on that note, we'll end this episode. It's just a preview, so obviously we have to cut it short. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. And do check out the rest of this preview, the first half, on Instagram as well as on YouTube. And if you don't follow the podcast already, please make sure you do so on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and also follow our Instagram page @PretentiousPundits. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye,
See you guys.
See you guys.
See ya, guys.